the sun, the bringer of...
I saw an interesting video reflection on the COVID-19 pandemic and the realizations that it is leading us to with regard to our relationship with our environment. Let me paraphrase what it is saying. We fell asleep in one world and woke up in another. All the busy cities in the world are now silent, and most human activities have ground to a halt. It is sending us a message. And if I may also paraphrase the message, it's the message of the earth to all of us. Imagine the earth saying to us now, do not overestimate your worth. The air, earth, water, and sky without you are fine. Now that you have retreated in your little homes, perhaps it is time to realize this, so that when you come back, you remember that you are my guests, not my masters. My dear brothers and sisters, please join us in celebrating the season of creation for this year 2020 from September 1 to October 11, 6 weeks in all, with the theme Jubilee for the Earth. You know, a Jubilee is like a sabbatical year. Let us think of 2020 as a sabbatical year, an opportunity for us to do a soul searching with regard to our attitude and behavior as a human species towards nature and our environment. This celebration has never been more timely than now, that our existence as a species is suddenly threatened by the mutation of a microscopic virus. This pandemic, which has often been compared to a world war, has made us retreat in our homes. Not only has it awakened us to our vulnerability, it has also made us realize how helpless we can be despite all the scientific and technological advances that we think we have achieved. We cannot claim to have come up with a new normal while we are going through this abnormal situation unless we open ourselves to a radical change of behavior. If we want to be reconciled with creation, we must have the humility to confess our formerly arrogant and abusive ways in our regard for the natural environment. We must express remorse for our tendencies to lord it over creation rather than act as its responsible stewards. And now we suffer the disastrous consequences. It is never too late to do penance through concrete acts of reparation and to resolve to change our mindsets and our irresponsible ways. There is no way we can face the future with hope in the face of climate emergency unless we respond with humility to the urgent call for ecological conversion. As acting president of the Catholic Bishops' Conference of the Philippines, I call on all of you, my brother bishops all over the Philippines, to take the lead in integrating this advocacy, not only in our prayer and liturgical life, but also in our social action, our education and faith formation, and in the rest of our pastoral programs and plans. I repeat, what is at stake is our own survival as a human species. Let us please heed the call of the Holy Father, Pope Francis, in his encyclical Laudato Si. The earth is indeed our common home. We are not its masters. We are its guests, its caretakers, its stewards. Let us learn to put ourselves in our proper place and role in the scheme of God's inscrutable plans for creation, which is a work in progress. This is Bishop Pablo Virgilio David, Bishop of the Diocese of Caloocan and Acting President of the Catholic Bishops' Conference of the Philippines.